Well, you guys had rejoined with one another on Marcus's new, currently unnamed airship, and flew through the opened portal into the demiplane of the Stag. As you come in through the portal, there has been kind of an expansion within the demiplane. Beforehand, it was basically just a big clearing in the woods and kind of densely wooded forest all around. It was effectively like an infinite plane sort of thing. Like if you walked out far enough, you'd just see forest and forest, and if you walked back like 5 feet back, you'd get back to the Stag's Glen. But now you can see the wooden fortification that was the centerpiece of it. It's built outwards a little bit with a few more facilities towards the front. You can see a couple of people walking in who wear the kind of the loose leather armor and more seafaring gear of the Stormtide peoples, as a lot of them have kind of found their way and brokered with the Stag's people after Christmas made his little plea on their behalf with him and Drowner. And all the rest of you have brought in the 8 of your people who are coming with you right now. Marcus brings the airship down to a soft landing on the clearing area in a big expanse, big enough to fit the airship, and everybody's able to disembark. Ulrich being the last person who isn't you guys to disembark, as he's well and truly sure that you are stable on the ground and not going up anytime soon.
So,
you think they'd get some stone or something?
I mean, I presume they're limited by what they can get in the demiplane.
I mean, they can take
No,
stuff
you could open
outside. They can take stuff.
Yeah, you could open a portal to a mine or something, you know, get some bricks or something. I'm just saying, this wood is very flammable.
I mean,
I don't think that's a huge concern.
yeah, nobody without permission isn't getting in.
Mm.
Alright, Mr. Voice in the Sky.
Yeah, go fuck yourself.
All of the NPCs turn to Lyra simultaneously and say that.
Yeah, they say that at the same time.
Their eyes go white like those dudes from Dune.
Mm.
Hey, so, seeing as it's been 5 years, can I have changed up my spells?
I told you you could. Yes, did you not do that in the forever between that and now?
No.
All right.
I mean, it's fine, it's no big deal. I'm fine with my current ones. I'm just, you know...
No, I know, I'm just saying, maybe, you know, do things between sessions instead of during them. Bitch.
Whoa, okay.
What?
Yeah, what the
Wow,
fuck,
it's
Paul?
Jesus.
It's like we never stopped playing D&D.
Yeah,
What? Huh? What are you talking about? I didn't say anything.
back to the grind again.
That was the wind.
Is the stag
The wind
anywhere
cried, bitch.
Yeah, what's happening?
anywhere in sight?
And it was at Salt.
Yeah, yeah, as you come into camp, you can see several familiar faces. The large Sphinx, probably, if you compared images, has moved slightly from her spot, but right now she's still loafing, much like a cat would.
Literally hasn't moved in 5 years.
No, she's
I mean-
moved slightly to the side.
Yeah, she's a cat. Cats wouldn't move in 5 years if they could. Bishop, the cleric / medic, is around, just kind of going through supplies. He gives you all a wave as you come through. He doesn't really want to like make too much of a scene with the reunion.
I'm gonna wave
You
to
can,
him.
yeah, he waves back because I think you were the only one who actually had like a full conversation
Yes.
with him before you left. And you can see. God, I didn't give him a fucking name.
Blorbo.
My Blorbo!
Oh boy, is that a new Blorbo? Is that a new Scrunko?
A new we're level 10 now, right?
Yes. Well, you were level 10 at the end of the... Yeah. Anyways, Julius. We'll call him Julius. Julius the Beastbonder, who way back at the beginning of the campaign, you guys incidentally spared when you let Bryn go off to execute him in private, but she let him go. Him and the Yeti, which you all recall was a youngling, pretty much, when you first saw it. 5 years have passed and it is now fully grown and kind of docilely sitting by him as he's got a pair of forceps in one hand and he's kind of parting parts of its fur and picking out like ticks and other vermin. And you see talking with each other, the Lord of Roses and the Stag before both of them look towards your direction as you approach. The Stag still seated in his wheelchair, but the Lord of Roses is going to run over to all of you and kind of just in turn give everybody a very quick brief hug from the party as he goes, my friends, I knew that you were coming, but it's a surprise.
Hey, Stag! And like Christmas, like enthusiastically, like hugs him back. Oh, it's been so good to see you. It's been forever.
That was the Lord of Roses talking, motherfucker.
Oh, I thought it was Holly. Sorry, whoops. Hey, Lord of Roses, it's been forever. And Christmas still gives him like a really enthusiastic hug.
Okay, maybe I'm just crazy, but we don't really know the Lord of Roses, right?
No.
We met him like once.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
met him essentially just before you all got sent
Yeah.
out, but he knows all of you guys. Gaius talked with him for a bit and got a bit more on him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He is essentially your liaison to deal with the threat of the Verdant Dream. And also he's from the future.
So he knows us, but we don't know him.
Yes.
He's one of our descendants.
Yeah.
All right.
He's all of our descendants.
Yeah, we just threw. He's made.
Yeah, we got it all into a bucket.
No home stock. Anyways, he breaks off from the last hug with all of you, and he says, "Well, you've brought quite a few guests along with you. I knew your missions went well already, but I must admit I didn't expect you to bring so many people with you back."
Well, it looks like the Stag certainly got room enough for everyone, so...
Oh, by all
And-
means.
Yeah, guy's gonna gesture around to the... At least, to him, renovated fort?
Yes,
No, I know what you'd call it, yeah.
We've had to expand slightly for sake of storage, and also a few people have pledged their cause to us in between in these 5 years, but by all means, we can accommodate everyone. Yeah, so as he says that, Chanarong kind of steps forward with his gripping his stick that's taller than he is, his walking stick, as he walks forward and kind of glances around at him. He says, "Well, I suppose it's a bit better than the swamp, but comfort does breed, comfort breeds complexity, and I shall not be taking in too many of your, luxuries. That said, I'll be needing a bedroll." And, the Lord of Roses goes, "By all means, we have an open tent right over here, so..." As he, goes over there, and he, kind of parts the curtains and, starts making amenities for himself. Morgana then steps past and says, "Well, unlike that old doddering bastard, I'm an old woman, and I've got aching bones. Do you have a comfortable place by the fire for me?" The Lord of Roses just kind of steps behind and says, "By all means, we've got seats everywhere." She just very slowly takes a seat downwards and takes her staff and starts poking the fire gently as it roars up again with a bit of a magical relightenment. How about all of you take a seat, actually? We've got much to discuss. Much and more, actually. As much as I'd love for everybody to very easily take comfort after their long journey, some things have changed, and we need to discuss them post-haste.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, alright, that's no problem.
Changed
It's
good
probably
or
the-
changed bad?
Some I cannot say, others they don't bode well.
Great.
Truly lovely.
Everyone should. And as you guys are all walking around Christmas, you notice there is a drow pirate who you actually met before, as he was on the Council of Stormtide, the one who spoke. He basically spoke as the leader of all of them.
Oh. What's your name?
Is that Large Axel himself?
It's my original character.
I said Jalaxel. Yeah, Large Axel.
It better not be the most obnoxious person I've ever met.
Too late.
Shut up.
A Lightbringer?
It's me, the Lightbringer. Hello, Noel.
Yeah.
Noel would think Lightbringer's really cool.
And that's why he deserves to die.
Yeah, he walks over to you, Noel. He's got that very lackadaisical position where he's got, like, the one hand resting on the rapier by his side, feather in the cap, the eye patch, and everything. As he kind of saunters over towards you, he gives you a tussle on the head as he goes, "Well, if it isn't the boy from Stormtide. Didn't expect I'd meet you here. Well, actually, never mind, you recruited us into this. Didn't expect I'd meet you today. How's about that?"
Hey, what was his name again? I'm sorry.
Spiral.
Spiral! Oh my goodness. Sir, I didn't expect you to be here at all. This is an honor, really. Hey, sorry about that little thing we had in, Stormtide Bay like 2 years ago. Completely out of my head, I swear.
Oh, please, boy. We love ambition in Stormtide. We just, a lot of people are afraid of the monetary transaction that comes with having our spats with one another, but I welcome competition. If I ever get old and rest on my laurels, I don't really deserve my position on the council, do I?
True, very true.
That said, if you ever meet me on the waves again as an enemy, I'll gut you like a fucking fish if I get the opportunity. Yeah, he laughs along with you a lot more confidently as he just... Anyways, we're just doing a bit more negotiation. I know we already had a bit of an initial deal ahead of the time that 40% of all of our earnings from vessels we sink from the Empire go to us, but let's just say we want a bit more of a favorable transaction from your friends here in the Stag's army.
Understandable. It's all business at the end of the day.
Either way, I do need to sit on this meeting either way, so best I meet all of your acquaintances.
Yeah, of course. Well, obviously, at Atlanta, my heart, mi corazón, stuff like that.
A lovely woman indeed.
Watch yourself.
You couldn't stop me if I tried, boy. Not that I want her anyways.
I'll gut you like a fish if you even think about it. Anyway, of course,
sounding a bit rapey there.
He makes his...
What? No. No, he didn't fucking mean it like that. He's saying like, oh, you think you're such a tough guy.
Yeah, big man, huh?
Yeah, Noel is a tough guy. Anyway, so this is like my good friend here, Brunhild. Brunhild now, right?
Brunhilda. Oops. I call her Bryn for short. Gaius, super reliable. I love this guy like a brother. Lyra, she's there.
Great, thanks.
Wow.
Lovely to see you too again, Noel.
Wow.
Noel laughs as he walks away. Like, I'm joking. Lyra's great. She's
an inseparable crew you forged here, then, lad.
Yeah, of course. Harriet over there. And Marcus. These two are like super strong and honestly kind of scary. Good to have on a crew. Glad I'm not their enemy.
Well, pleasure to make your acquaintance. Spiral, Lord Speaker of the Council of Stormtide.
Okay.
Nice to meet you, Spiral.
A pleasure, I suppose.
Well, I don't want to delay the negotiations any further. I've got business back home in Stormtide, and I'd prefer to get all this out of the way. Rose boy, if you please, as the Lord Rose is kind of flusters a bit, and he says, right, well, if everybody would be so kind as to gather around the campfire, I can begin post-haste. As everybody
We're
piles
gathering.
in. We're gathering.
We are magic and we are gathering.
We're adding the gathering to our name so that we can have a copyright claim.
And
Whoa.
Spirit throws a bomb in a fire and blows everybody up.
Oh my god.
And Horizon the Gathering doesn't really have that much of a ring to it.
What? You know what? Never mind. I was gonna do a dumb tangent, but let's not do it.
I cast Blasphemous Act to
Oh, no.
deal 13 damage to each creature currently in play. Everyone dies.
Oh no.
I cast
Jokes on
Blasphemous
you, I had
Ass.
14 hit points.
So, Laura's and the Stag take the head of the metaphorical table here, as they say. So, as we've set you all out to do, and as you have done, you've recruited allies from all across Horizon, and we couldn't be more thankful. Stormtide as a nation will bolster our naval powers. Morgana and Shenarong are able to help train our soldiers in methods we could not help before. Ulrich is an army unto himself, with a hatred for the Empire to match. And, well, Harriet, I didn't even know what to expect, but your reclamation of a forge in the sky will certainly help us in creation of both armor and weapons for the days to come. So the Lord of Roses, he's kind of pacing back and forth with an eye out towards everybody as he says this, before he stops and says, unfortunately, things have advanced in certain other areas of the world. He goes and he basically pulls out with his staff out. He magically pulls out this large. It's almost like a projection screen, but it's got a map tied to it, so just a board with a map of Horizon on it. He points to the Empire.
Yes.
He points to Zhengozhu as he says, now, I don't know how much of you are aware. Zhengozhu, very shortly before you escaped the Empire, had its own upheaval. Apparently, the Jade Hand, the advisor to the Emperor, was actually a dragon in human form.
Hell
And
yeah.
He intended to lead a sort of dragon's rebellion against the world at large, in retribution for the death of his brethren.
Understandable.
Unfortunately, within the area, and he taps his staff, and an image appears of the. Oh god, what the fuck was Jude's legion called? Legioleos. So he points that it is a image of Jude and Legioleos at the foot of the mountain, the 10,000 steps. As the Lord Rosa says, unfortunately, Legioleos, led by Jude Kairos Antony, was there, and he taps it again, as you can see what is basically a it's this intricately painted wall scroll type of image of Jude on his mana cycle riding down the length of the Jade Dragon and cutting his blade through it as he goes. He says, Jude felled the dragon in battle, and Zhengozhu shortly was annexed by the Imperial forces.
Great.
And
No,
is
that's
now...
the opposite of great.
I was being sarcastic, obviously.
Don't be facetious right now, right? It's kind of.
That's not what facetious means.
Shut up.
The point is,
fuck?
Antony now leads as Viceroy of Zhengozhu.
What are the remains of the local rebel forces?
Unfortunately, as it would seem, he has won over the peoples in the Apollan tradition of allowing them to keep their local beliefs and traditions. They've beaten out the more conservative parties and also the mining companies that helped rule much of the nation. They favor stability over what a revolution might bring. They threw their lot in with the Empire, and, well, he rules relatively uncontested. He then taps to another part of the map as the image of Jude and Legilios fades to Glitter Peak. This one, I'm not sure what to make of it. Garen Gaius Silicus, one of the two wolves.
Garen? Oh wait, no, I'm sorry, wrong Garen.
Yeah. The legatus of Legios Canidae.
Yeah.
He's officially declared Glitter Peak as a sovereign nation and defected from the Empire.
Oh.
Huh.
Oh.
Don't think that's a good thing.
No,
I
no,
wasn't.
that's-
Good things
no,
don't
that's-
happen to us, so.
Yeah, no, that's just genuinely surprising.
We have no idea as to his motivations as to why, and we don't know what his policies are going to be. This is an announcement coming quite literally to us days ago. But what it does mean is that hopefully the Empire won't let the cessation stand, and they're going to send forces, hopefully diverting at least some of their military power towards him.
That's gonna be a. Oh shit.
Yeah, did you just fucking realize where that is?
No, I already realized that.
Okay.
This is Lyra now saying it.
Well, I mean, this is still a good thing for us.
I mean,
Totally.
yeah, apart from,
Right.
you know, the possibility of my family ending up on an Apollon fucking firing squad or whatever.
What did you think was going to happen when we took the war to the Empire?
Sorry, am I not allowed to have feelings about this? The fuck is your problem? Jesus, I mean, whatever. Whatever the equivalent is here.
Mirage, damn it!
People, please, we have no time to be
Oh,
quarreling.
sorry, no, wait, I forgot. Only Bryn is allowed to have feelings about her family. Sorry, I forgot about that.
That's not what I'm saying. Look, we are few and our enemy is many, and the last thing we need is to be having personal stifles with one another that ruin our camaraderie and our ability to fight. I understand you're worried about your family. Everybody here has someone on a side of this war they'd rather them not be on, but the truth of the matter is, it's difficult and it's war. There are no easy answers and there's no easy way to maneuver. But we can be at peace with one another, so I recommend all of you find a way to compromise and deal with one another. Alright?
Fine. Yes, okay, we'll figure it out.
I'm not opposed to us having some kind of expedition into Glitter Peak to possibly extract your family or at least guarantee their safety, but remember, we are, even with your aid of these 5 years to bolster our armies, we are no match for the Empire in a direct conflict.
Very generous of you.
Now,
Speaking of forces, I mean, the Legate could hardly defect without some sort of backing. How does he intend to hold Willowen?
Glitter Peak.
Glitter Peak, yeah.
Presumably with his legions.
Yes, indeed. Legio Canidae has backed him entirely. They are, as it seems, more loyal to him than they are to the Empire.
Unsurprising.
That said, also Glitter Peak is bolstered by the fact that it's a very craggy, mountainous region. It's not exactly the sort of place it's very easy for an Imperial airship to land and deploy all of its troops. And
But it's right across the sea from the Empire. I mean, they can send all the stuff they want from the mainland. I mean, from the island, surely.
yes, but, and he gets interrupted by Spiral as he says, well, let's just say that as soon as we got the news, we started sending ships over to throw our hand in the ring, if you catch my drift.
Don't the
yeah.
Apollons use airships?
Yes, but he's saying that basically, because it's such a mountainous region, it's difficult for them to land airships
Alright.
on the mountains of Glitter Peak. So it limits where they're able to drop their troops, essentially.
Wait, they've got mechs as well, right?
No,
Yes.
no, they do.
You'd think they'd have the tech to, like, just throw down a rope and, like...
This
I mean, yeah, but that's like, that takes a while to land like a whole legion that way.
Yeah.
I
Well, also,
but surely
presumably
they'd
it's
have,
like...
a cargo elevator that they could drop off or something.
We're just
Okay.
paratroopers.
Yeah, paratroopers, yeah.
I'm just
Sure, but
saying
the
it
paratroopers
limits
are
their
like, you know-
deployment. I'm just saying it limits their deployment options, okay?
Yeah,
Because
sure.
the airships
Anyways.
are like big blimps, essentially, right? Like, I imagine if it's like, like the air around a like mountain that's really craggy and stuff is like windy and shit, they couldn't
Yeah.
like keep
Yeah,
it stable.
yeah.
And it's right by the ocean too, which contributes to the weather being shitty for that. He then says, and the Apollons don't have the benefit of, let's say, and I hate to use the words here, they can't just go and use cannon fire across the countryside because they don't want to risk hitting civilians and therefore making them hate them even more once they've had this war go on. The Apollons are, if nothing, very... Once they've conquered a nation, they're very, very protective of the idea of their image there. I mean, that's why in Willowen they decided to make their operations as secret as possible with the corpse experimentation. And once you exposed it, now things are very much in flux with them.
Didn't expect that to last long if a civil war draws out. Sure, they're going to go in there to limit civilian casualties, but you know, once so and so once they start losing troops and stuff, I can expect them to take the gloves off pretty fast, shortly.
I speak of the current situation. I cannot say where exactly it will lead. But that is the situation as it stands with the two of them. Onto news that is more neutral. So, we've located at least one of the locations of one of the binding nails. I know that one of you has also ascertained the location of another, but this one is fresh information.
Remind me what those do again?
Those are the things that are keeping Karston in his prison. Once they are taken, you guys are able to forge them into a sword that can kill gods. He taps... he taps on the map again and goes to Gilded as he says, unfortunately, that binding nail is apparently in the possession of the Count of Gilded, Matthias Ingram.
No.
Of course.
I need not remind you that the Apollon Empire, with all of its might, has still not managed to conquer Gilded. They are fighting a war that has not gone in their favor. It is a realm that, quite literally, Ingram can shape to his whims and demands, and not to mention, he has an army that, as soon as it is stricken down, can rise again. Eventually, we will have to go there if we are to get this binding nail, but I don't think it'll be any time in the immediate future. We need you stronger, and we need a smarter way to get in there.
Is there any chance the Count would negotiate for it? I mean, he doesn't like the Apollons either, right?
Why would he negotiate?
Gilded is a nation...
He could find something he wants?
He has ruled that nation for a millennia with a singular iron fist. The idea that he would parley in any sort of manner with outside forces, let alone us, I'm sorry, but I think the chance is impossible. But, as I said, that is a situation for the future. He points to you, Bryn, and he says, I did hear by chance, though, that you would come across one of the binding nails in your journeys, or at least the location of one.
It's in the Scorch.
In the Scorch itself, or?
Well, it's... So I know it's in the moving city, right?
Yes, Oasis.
Yeah. Well, it's in Oasis, but Oasis moves, so... It's in the Scorch.
That complicates matters. Sorry, I should explain for those of you not aware. The Scorch, he taps on the map. The Scorch is, as the name would imply, a very inhospitable desert. Possibly the hottest spot on the horizon in regards to the beating sun. Not only to mention that, but there are massive, massive worms beneath the sand that can sense vibrations from the surface above and hunt by that way, going and swallowing entire caravans of traders whole if they could get their hands on them. The Oasis was made many years ago as a sort of measure for the peoples living within to have a safe place. It is a walking city, quite literally. He pulls up he taps and a magical image appears of basically, this giant iron fortress-looking thing with these long, piston-like legs that kind of these big, large steps across the sand. He points to it and says, "The city, always moving and too large for sandworms to pierce the hide. It is a safe haven for everybody within it. They have a self-sustaining economy and ecosystem within. The city, for months at a time, will dive beneath the sands and have oxygen preserves to last them that time, which, after that depletes, they resurface and then resupply once more."
What do they do about water?
Well, as far as I understand, when they dive beneath the sand, they proceed to draw moisture up from the bottom of the earth, much like certain plants would in the desert.
Cool.
It's really an ingenious manner of creating a society, but
Society?
I'm not sure why they'd have a binding nail, nor what they could possibly be using it for if they are even aware that they have it. In
I hope it's not
addition,
something like it powers their whole city, because that's going to be awkward.
I shudder at the thought. That said, I also don't know how you'd even be able to get into the city as well as parlay with the people in the ruling class. For much as we know as how the city works, I'm sorry to say they don't really advertise how they're...
We'd have to wait till it surfaces.
Indeed.
There's been no stories of outsiders entering the city.
Outsiders
Must
have
be some.
visited. I mean, otherwise we wouldn't know that much about the workings of it, but they haven't said much. Frustrating, but if things were easy, we probably wouldn't be in the predicament we're in. Anyways, what else is there to speak of? There is another issue coming from the Empire that I should mention. The Triumvirate Project. He
What was that?
taps
Sorry?
again.
God, you keep. fucking
Sounds
cutting out.
ominous.
Sorry, what did you say, Bren?
No, I'm saying you keep cutting out
Oh,
on my end.
sorry. He said the Triumvirate Project.
Oh, that.
So, he taps the map again and says, "So, we know that they're moving a vast amount of metals and other things into a couple of locations, but they keep moving in such a way that it's very difficult to understand if they're aware that they're being spied on and they're trying to obfuscate our knowledge, or if there's some kind of big spiderweb distribution network going on here. The point is, from what we've heard from our intelligence gatherers, it sounds as though at least one of the Triumvirate is starting test piloting."
On what?
That's not good.
Oh God.
Well, that's the thing. We don't know. We simply know that there is a piloting program and that at least one of the pilots is considered a good match for the first of them.
Do we know who it is?
He looks to you and he says, "We don't know the name of the pilot. That seems to have been kept under the utmost secrecy. But the name of this first triumvirate we know of. Crassus, named after one of the three. From what is meant to be understood, it is a sort of aerial war machina meant to fly over battlefields and essentially carpet bomb the enemy. A very brutal, very quick and efficient manner of ending battles practically before they even start. Not to mention, it can travel at speeds so quick it can essentially go from one end of horizon to the other within a matter of days.
That's not good.
Indeed.
A frightening level of power.
The Triumvirate Project is the crown in the Apollin's current military plan. They will protect it at any costs.
Oh, take that out first, I guess.
As soon as we know where they're storing it and what facility, we'll formulate a plan that way, and we'll have you destroy it.
Good to know.
Anything we can do to assist in that, or?
Well, all we really need for you is when the time comes. But if in your travels you get any sort of Imperial intelligence, or you come upon a very important prisoner of war from them, by all means, try and glean as much information as you can. Now, this is where we go to the more formulaic part of this meeting. He turns to the map and he says, "So, we've had you gathering allies, but truth be told, our next move is up in the air right now. We need just about everything you could think imaginable. We need soldiers, we need ammunition, we need weapons. There's no shortage of things we need. And your council has led you all very well this far, so I'd appreciate if you could give us some guidance here. A new set of eyes would perhaps illuminate the path."
Well,
I think we should go to Rodix next.
Why would that be?
Because they have gunsmiths.
Fair point, but
okay.
the issue I foresee with that is that Rodix is a nation of, well, I'll put it plainly. It's a nation of people who don't really like to involve themselves in wars. Their neutrality affords them the ability to.
Should we drop?
Okay, sorry.
Why? Back.
Yeah.
Right.
Lord Roses says, "The issue with Rodix is it wants to be neutral so that it can sell their weapons and their technologies to as many people as possible." I mean,
Then
the other issue being... Yeah.
where does the issue lie in that? If they're willing to cooperate with us for money, I assume is what they want.
Because then they can't sell to people allied with the Empire. Or they'll get cut off from sales with people allied to the Empire.
So they just sell
Surely
both
that'd
of
be
us then,
enough.
so it's fine.
Yeah, what? What's stopping them from selling to two parties at once if they remain neutral?
Because I don't like that.
Wow.
I mean,
You're selling people guns who are killing our soldiers. You know, that would cause some issues.
How would it cause issues? I mean, what is your proposal here? Invade a neutral nation?
If
what?
that's their logic, then they're selling to nobody.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I mean. Anyways,
Well,
No, we don't.
Okay, yeah.
Well, if not Rodix,
like-
what about Glitterpeak?
well, okay,
Like,
he puts up a hand. He says, "I'm not saying you can't go to Rodix. Just consider the fact that they're also going to be a bit antsy on the idea of getting in any sort of conflict with the Empire."
Understandable.
Fortunately, we know a spy in Rodix. He might be able to press for some information.
If you're speaking of Zona's father, I'm not sure about that.
Is he okay?
Oh, the man himself is fine, but
Let's become a Scientologist.
I know.
the man himself is fine, but apparently he ceased communications with the Empire shortly after his son's remains were given to him.
Unsurprising.
He would still be a source of information.
Indeed, but if you're
I mean, he's
hoping
a
to get current
spy.
information from him, then that will not be possible.
I mean, he's a
Well-
spy, so I assume he'd be really hard to find. Especially
Oh.
if he's enemies with the Empire.
The man's not hard to find. He hides in plain sight. He just
Oh.
keeps his allegiance to the Empire secret.
Oh, no, Waffles misheard then. Whoopsie.
Yeah. The Lord Rosa says, "Well, the other issue is that the president of Rodix is, to put it plainly, he's in the pocket of the arms manufacturers, the rail barons, every sort of industry has sort of...
Everyone.
Everyone who has a stake in making as much coin for themselves as possible has made sure to keep the most ineffective president possible on the seat."
I see.
Then we don't make contact
So?
with the president.
Yeah, it seems these people communicate with currency.
Oh,
If we
very
speak
much
their
so.
language, we shouldn't have an issue.
I mean, all we gotta do is, like,
How many
pay him
funds
off, and then
do we have?
install our own figurehead.
We have enough for the size we're operating at, but that size isn't enough to deal with the Empire. It's very difficult to put it in exact numbers.
Well, what I was thinking was we'd only need the blueprints for these weapons and ammunitions from Rodix, because we can just forge them ourselves.
If you're talking about your forges, they're helpful, but consider the fact that we only have one airship in our employ right now, and that airship would have to be used to either transport you out or to get supplies to us. Rodix, if they agree to buy and trade with us, then we have our method of transportation.
How about a raid on the Imperial? We could raid the Imperial Air Yards.
A bold move, but I suppose that's an idea.
Okay,
I'm sure we can make out with at least one more ship.
Yeah.
Why do we have a forge in the sky if we can't use it?
You can use it, he's just presenting the logistical problem with what you proposed.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, if they are a nation that prefers to deal with currency over anything else, we hardly need to convince the entire state. Just find the right people dealing arms and whatnot that would be willing to work with us, right?
That's a fair point.
Find a friendly enough arms dealer.
Or just one that doesn't care who he's selling to,
Which, I admit,
as long as they get paid.
would be many of them. Their morals have left them a long time ago, considering the state of Rodix.
Also, one we can be fairly certain won't sell us out unless it's a very, very good deal.
Aside from Rodix, were there any other ideas that you all had to put on the table? Or would you simply prefer to go there and see things as they develop from there on?
Noel, raises his hand. I say, if not actually doing it, I say we should just think about probably aligning ourselves with Glitter Peak and Garen's new regime. Our enemy of our enemy is our friend, so, and it would be good to have a little foothold right next to the Empire in case something bad happens.
A fair point.
We could open a line of communication, I suppose.
Yeah.
Not
I'm
to
interested
mention,
in finding
it's
out why he defected.
Yeah, exactly.
It's also a foothold close to the Apollon Islands. That means that if we deploy troops there, it's a shorter travel for them.
I mean, I'm sure it's not probably not much of a question. I mean, a general given a large portion of territory and his own army will soon grow tired of paying taxes and following the orders of a king far away, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Or an emperor, I suppose.
True.
Like I said, not now, not immediately, but something on the table. Maybe
Indeed.
just throw some more war aids as we go to Rodix, and then end up helping at a later point.
The other thing that I would personally like to do
Yes?
is finish off the business that I started in Willowen.
Ah, right, Willowen. I'd almost forgot. He, taps on the map again, to Willowen, and he projects a image of, an armored fellow who you have not seen before. After you deposed the acting viceroy of Willowen, they, in their haste, decided they would go away from a politician and to a military man in this case. This is Octavius, the current man acting as the imperial envoy. He has declared martial law and has, rather than any sort of attempt to redeem the image of the Empire after what you exposed, decided to buckle down with force. The issue that is more pressing than that, we've heard some reports that he's had a very interesting-looking advisor with him. As he taps again, and there is a artist's sketch of a man that you recognize as the Priest of Fear.
I was sure you were going to say Aurelius.
No.
No, Aurelius wouldn't defect. He's a fucking nerd.
He's not the No, this isn't the
No, working with Willowen.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I need sleep. I'm sorry. Well, that's
Indeed.
That's terrible.
The Sinners have some sort of foothold in Willowen, but what they're interested in, that's a complete mystery.
And, well, a foothold in Willowen and
Nothing.
the Empire.
I don't think it's that much of a mystery.
what do you think it is then?
I'm just gonna look over to Ulrich.
Ulrich, yeah, he looks away as you look at him, and he looks to Christmas. Noel. And he says,
I will also look to Noel.
Yeah, he just goes, I mean, is it even really a question? He wants more of whatever that little bastard that makes up your sword is.
I know. Look, alright. It's... Noel sighs deeply. It's a horrible thing to see family members use this horrible experiments. I personally know the pain, so... you see like a single tear shed by Noel.
I was crying. What a nerd.
And then he turns into J.K. Simmons from Whiplash, and he says, "What are you, one of those single tear people? I look like a fucking rainbow to you?"
This is a fucking tits volley, goddammit! Fuck you! Shut up!
Yeah. Ulrich looks back over, and he says, "Look, all this strategic planning is good and all, but I need to talk about something pretty important. I need to get to his fucking accent. All the strategic planning is fine and all, but you're missing the bigger picture here. What are you gonna do after the war's done?" As the Lord of Roses looks to him, he says, I'm sorry, what do you mean? He says, "The Apollon Empire is a blight upon Horizon. You're just going to let the criminals at the head of this state walk away?"
What? Did anyone say we were going to do that?
The Lord of Roses says, Indeed, I think you're maybe putting the cart before the horse here," as Ulrich says, "Listen, this empire, its roots run deep. If you don't burn everything attached to it, another empire is just going to rise somewhere else in the world, and we'll be dealing with the same thing. In 50, 75 years, our children, our children's children, the same thing's going to happen unless an example is made of them."
There will always be people who want to take the world for themselves. You can't stop that no amount of executions will stop that.
Shall we just preemptively murder every settlement and village we come across then? Just for the sake of not having a power rise up once more?
I'm just gonna, grab Ulrich by the wrist and fucking drag him out of the encampment into the woods.
I mean, I don't disagree with you about
someone's sleeping on the couch
executions,
tonight.
We should probably be executing a lot of generals, etc.
I agree. But we're not cracking down on anyone that's not a part of the Empire.
As odd as this may sound, I kind of agree with Ulrich. Not raising villages and stuff, but a lot of the higher heads need to get God before it's too late.
We're not disputing that.
Oh, okay, never mind. Don't rewind that. I'm sorry.
I think we can all agree that
Trust
those...
me, no, I would love nothing more than to personally murder each head of the grand shit show they have up there.
Okay. Well,
But we can't, execute every single member of the legions. That's just not gonna work.
yeah, okay. I'm sorry. I misinterpreted.
Yeah, Bryn, you pull Ulrich aside. He is not resistant, but he is definitely,
Sulking.
yeah, he's definitely got a stewing anger as you pull him aside.
I want to do a genocide.
Mom, I want to do the No Mercy run.
Were you saying anything to Ulrich while you pulled him out, or?
Yeah, just, when I get him out, I'm just gonna be like, I thought we fucking discussed this. Are you really going to go back on your fucking kill everyone in the Empire bullshit?
All you said to me was that I needed to be smart about how I did it. You never said there was a problem with what I was doing.
There is a problem with what you're doing.
Are you forgetting everything they've done to you? The fact you have a broken family, the fact you don't have a home to go back to right now, everything there is the fault of the Empire. Are you really going to come this far and grow soft-hearted as you get to the destination? Are you really going to let your hands tremble as you wield the headsman's axe?
Are you going to kill your sister?
She's
Damn, nigga.
My sister never wanted to be a part of the Empire. She was with me when I said we weren't going to let them take our lands. I was betrayed by my own family, who bent the knee to monsters.
If she didn't want to stay in the Empire, she could have left with us 5 years ago. She was there that day.
They've poisoned her mind. I will make her see the light.
And if that doesn't work?
It will work. Whose side are you on? I thought you approached me because you hated the Empire as much as I did.
Where would it stop?
When it's enough.
And what is enough, Ulrich?
When I've spilled as much blood as they have of theirs. To balance the scales.
And then what do you do after that?
What do I do? Do you know how long I have to live? This curse of mine from my family. There is no future. When I mentioned our children and our children's children, I should have omitted myself from that statement. There is no future for me but seeing the Empire crumble and fall and see all their heads on pikes, their bellies split open, and their guts spilling out.
Nice.
I'm just gonna point to the camp and I'm gonna say, does that look like a gang of murderous thugs to you?
They're an army, aren't they?
They're an army.
What's the difference?
TBH is what you are.
Armies have discipline.
Do they? Did the army have discipline when it razed your village and killed your parents, and you survived
Yes,
merely
it
by the
did.
fact that you... Making excuses now for them, are you?
That's not an excuse. They were disciplined. They followed their orders to the letter.
He shakes his head, and he says, I'm with your cause by convenience, but I'm disgusted by your softness in the face of this. Fine. I'll hold my tongue for your little meeting. But my words ring true, and my heart stays the same.
It's not your tongue I want you to hold, it's your fucking blade.
Have I raised it towards a single person here? I know who my enemies are.
Make sure you do.
Yeah, he returns alongside Bryn as there is just been an awkward silence as the two of them have been out past the conversation all the rest of you had as soon as they walked out.
So that happened.
Shut the fuck up.
Guys, it's too
Awkward turtle.
Yeah. Awkward turtle.
Lee.
Guys, quick! A balloon full of tension! Quick, deflate it!
Yeah, so while all that's going on, Ondine's just gonna be like chatting with everyone on Bryn's behalf.
No, it makes tiny floating whale noises.
Yeah, but she
Yeah,
can
Noel-
psychically communicate with imagery and senses.
Yeah.
Noel summons Mistletoe and tells him, like, why can't you be this cute?
Gaius is
Why
like,
don't you
"Probably
love me,
should've-
Father?
You probably should have summoned the fucking Fae then if you wanted a cute little familiar, but no, you had to drag Mistletoe out from the nine hells. Ugh.
Where's your Brooklyn accent?
Fuck off.
Due to contractual disputes, the old mistletoe isn't available for this episode.
I voiced by Billy West in this movie.
They replaced my voice actor between these two seasons because voice actors union's not unionized for this production.
I wanted more money and they killed off my character.
Now I'm voiced by Matt Mercer. But I won't say that I'm Matt Mercer in the credits. I'll go by a pseudonym.
Is that what he does?
Do that?
All voice actors do that pretty much.
Yeah, a lot of voice actors have to do that if they're unionized. They have to say if
they're
in a
doing
non-union
non-union
production. Yeah.
Okay,
Because Matt Mercer voiced the count. Well, he also voiced the Council of Humanity near Automata, but they couldn't credit him because of it. And when Cher Millet and Kira Buckland were asked about it, they said they knew who the actor was, but they couldn't say it because of legal reasons.
What we doing? I didn't know that.
Yeah, that shit's so weird.
I mean, if you listen to it, it's obviously him.
Oh,
It's just
yeah,
Matt Mercer doing Matt Mercer voice. But anyways, yeah. Once you get all back together, the Lord of Roses says,
Fuck? What
So-
the fuck?
now that we've had that conflict set aside, Rodix, I believe, was mentioned as the next course of action. Is there anything else anybody wants to bring to the table for future strategic planning?
Like I said, Imperial airship yards.
Were there any airship yards in Willowen?
Yeah, I was gonna say, are they? Do they have shipyard? Well, I guess they would have shipyards.
Yeah, they would, because it's been in Imperial territory for a while. So
yeah.
And any ones we can't steal, we burn.
Willowen, I do want to resolve the problem there, because if we just leave without finishing things off there, the problem will stabilize.
indeed.
Yeah.
And
no-
I
no-
don't
no
doubt that it
one-
won't get worse for the people there before it does stabilize.
Or when it does.
Paul and martial law is nothing pretty.
Also, if the sinners are involved, then
Oof, yeah.
that's a
Yeah.
hell of a nightmare.
Yeah.
Mm.
Sounds the most pertinent at the moment.
Plus, Willowen's been part of the Empire so long, they would surely have shipyards and facilities we can use to then move on wherever so we choose.
It is also territory that is adjacent to Hearthwood, and not too far from the Kelllands.
Making a good
Oh.
foothold.
Oh. Yeah,
Especially if we had a Glitter Peak,
we can pincher them.
we'd slowly be boxing in the Empire's footholds outside of. What's the name of the island that Helios is on?
Helios, right?
Because I thought Helios was just the capital.
The Frost Palm, I think I said.
Well, the Winter's Palm is the
Winter's Palm.
is the
Winter's Palm.
3 islands in between the big one and the mainland.
True.
Yeah, because the whole thing with the Empire is that Helios is always summer, but the rest of it is cold as shit. That's where the Rime Wreath is and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it would just be the island of Helios.
Yeah.
Or something
Yeah,
like that.
Helios,
Yeah.
like New York.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Then guys, say if we had both Willowen and Glitter Peak, we'd be slowly boxing in the Empire's footholds outside of Winter's Palm and the island of Helios itself.
They'd be able to attack both of them from their remaining territories, though.
That is the risk.
So there's no guarantee we'll even be able to stage troops from there if they're currently under Empire attack.
Willowen is the territory they have the weakest grip on right now.
It is. It's also bordering Hearthwood, which is also bordering Garland. If they attacked Willowen, they'd be fighting a war on 2 fronts.
Well, it sounds from the current consensus that Willowen is going to be your next destination.
Willowen or Rodix, right?
Willowen,
Well,
Rodix, or Glitter Peak.
I say
I think
Rodix
those are our
is
3 top priorities for dealing with the Empire.
Well, you're our free agents who are essentially going to be going out into the world on our behalf, so really it's up to the 5 of you.
I say we start with Willowen.
And it's just us. We don't get any
Have you started recruiting actual troops yet?
We have troops, but again, it's a small number. And
How many
most
is a
of
small
them-
number?
A few thousand.
A few thousand.
Against an empire of hundreds of thousands, if not a million.
I mean, the point of a guerrilla army is to fight big, right?
It's to fight smart. We go after the patrols, we go after them while they're resting, we go after them while they're camping. We haven't been able to fight many direct battles. And
Well,
if
you
we
shouldn't be
do-
fighting direct battles.
That's what I'm saying. If we fought
Yeah.
direct battles right now, we'd most assuredly lose.
You got to make them bleed.
Hence what we've been doing. But if we're able to recruit more and get more resources, we can meet them on the field of battle.
And
I don't think meeting them in pitched battle should be something you should even be attempting.
If the option presents itself, and if we need to, though, it's good to have.
If
But
you
it's
try
not
and match the
ideal.
Emperor's legions, you're going to lose.
I'm not saying meet them man for man, just trust me, I understand what I'm talking about here. I'm not saying to meet the full force of an entire Legate-Eye's army, but if there's a point to hold and they send troops, being able to fight them without just needing shadows and subterfuge, well, it's a boon either way.
That's what a guerrilla army is.
Are you... What point are you arguing here? Either of you?
I'm saying we shouldn't be. I'm saying
I'm
that planning for meeting them in a pitched battle isn't a smart move.
I'm
my
simply
point of
saying
view,
that
anyway.
more resources and more troops provide us more options to combat them.
Yeah, no, more troops, great, but okay, whatever.
Either way, the vote. We have one for Willowen from Gaius,
I suggested it, so...
2 for Willowen then.
Yeah, I want to stop this Star Spawn factory, so that's me for Bowling too.
Alright, 3, that's majority.
let's hope they don't have anything as dramatic as a factory.
But still, I'd like to get the votes of the remaining 2 either way.
Does it matter at this point?
Your opinion
Well-
is still valid.
Indeed.
Well,
You're
I mean, I don't want to go against the grain here. I mean,
you're allowed to speak your mind and any thoughts you have that we may not have considered.
don't have a
If you-
preference.
Who the fuck hasn't voted yet? It's 5 of you.
Lyra?
Oh,
Yeah, Lyra. Everyone is staring at Lyra.
I mean, we've made our decision.
Yeah.
Still, we like to hear what you have to say.
Historically, me saying what I have to say in this group just ends up with arguments.
I mean, we can be civil.
If you think, if you think there's an angle we've overlooked here, by all means.
I think we should surrender.
I had what 5 years of. Did the officer corps? Did we even get like training in considering like strategic stuff? Like how many years of lessons would we have got in that by the time we defected?
I mean, I'd assume that's what most of our lessons would have been.
I was gonna say it's a martial
Yeah.
academy.
Sure, but like, not everyone would have been taught, campaign strategy, right?
I
'cause not everyone was
we're not
gonna be-
We're not like
but-
moving pieces on the chessboard. We're just gathering up like people.
No,
and
but
kind of-
it's strategy for like it is campaign strategy in a way, isn't it?
No, I mean because we're not
Yeah.
doing like the actual like campaigning stuff. We're not like generals. We're just like
No, but this is still an important part of it. So like I said, no, I don't have any better ideas.
I'm gonna look over at Marcus next.
Marcus looks and he says, I mean, I'm just the pilot.
yeah,
Oh,
Marcus,
come
Marcus
on.
just picks his nose and just what?
I mean, as Harriet said, majority has been reached, but if you really want my opinion, Willowen sounds rather dire.
It is.
And then
I just
Noel
have-
All the
and then
more
Noel
means
looks
that we
like
should.
Atalanta.
All the more means we should. That should be our priority then.
Yeah,
Right.
Atalanta...
Well, we better wend
No.
our way over there.
What?
Huh?
He said something?
Oh yeah,
No,
no,
I was making a bad joke. Don't worry.
You always do.
Who's saying that?
What?
I was saying it in character.
I don't know. Anyways, well,
I don't know.
something.
Amazing.
No, I was
saying that?
making it. I was making it. This is like 4 jokes all at once. What the fuck is happening?
Multi-joke drifting.
No, this isn't
No.
drifting. This is a fucking multi-joke
Right.
pile-up.
Drifting into each other is the thing.
No, I
Multi-track
was-
train.
These
wreck.
jokes are drift incompatible.
Never. So I was joking. You don't have to do anything for Atalanta if you don't want to.
I mean, she is gonna speak up now and say, so, I don't mean to rain on anybody's parade here, but I came along and everything, but, I really should be going back to Stormtide. I mean, Donnie can't exactly hold down the Malevolence all by himself.
Aw.
Who's
Well,
Donnie?
I'm gonna miss you. So
You've got your fancy little stone to talk in far places.
I know, but it's not like the real, genuine article. No.
I know it. I know-
You'll survive, Noel.
It's fucking disgusting.
Yeah, she leans down and she goes, I know 2 genuine articles you're missing very much.
Oh my god.
Hey.
Really?
No, like bludgeons. Like, shut up, get out.
Yeah, she...
Young love.
Yeah, she stands up
What's even
and...
me?
Yeah, she stands up and says, Flower Boy, if you don't mind, I'm gonna have to be going back to Stormtide. Can you just... And he says, oh, I can arrange for it, yes.
Oh, wait. So Noel like takes something out of his bag. It's like a little bagged lunch. I made this for you on the trip here, but you didn't eat it. So here, it's your favorites. I packed a lot of beef.
Oh, what a sweetheart.
And Noel like I don't want to say he like climbs up like a squirrel, but he just like gives her a peck on the cheek.
Climbs her like
Or-
a cat.
He climbs up like a squirrel.
Yeah.
Not
I
like
can't think
that.
of I can't think of any way else like Noel.
He just does a 6-foot vertical leap. He double jumps.
Alpha.
Yeah, all halflings can double jump. That's the power of love.
No, it's like the frame is like Atalanta's face, and Noel just leans in, and then it pans out, and the Gaius' astral arms are just holding him up.
Yeah, like a fucking cat just under the underarms.
Yep.
All right, be safe. Be safe, sweetheart.
Wait, how long until the Empire moves against Glitter Peak?
Against Glitterpeak? Truth be told, if I had to guess, I think they would go sooner rather than later. I mean, as I said, a cessation it flies in the face of everything the Empire stands for. They probably want to make an example of them sooner rather than later. Well, make an example of Garen, not of the people living there.
Well,
Although
I'm
if
not
we
stupid
start
enough to think
interfering,
that there's not going to be any civilian casualties. You know, like, are we really going to give the Apollons the benefit of the doubt here?
I think the
We've
point
seen
being
what
made
they
is
can
that they're
do.
going to. They would rather cut the head off the snake than throw the entire
Salt the
snake
earth.
in the fire, so to speak.
Indeed. Legio Canidae has been branded as traitors and heretics. They are the target here.
Right, but
People will be caught in the crossfire, but it's not like the
yeah,
is going
the
to go
target
out of
is all
its
over the
way.
country.
with any luck, if we start moving in Willowen, that will give the Empire pause of committing forces to Glitter Peak.
Exactly.
yeah. So if they attack Glitter Peak, we have like a little bit of a. We're on their backs, and they get attacked from 2 fronts.
In addition, the hard truth we just have to accept sometimes is that, well, we can't deal with every situation at the same time. Many holes are going to spring in the ship, but we have to deal with the biggest or the most
Not
effective.
when it's my family.
I'm simply stating the facts. I'm not saying it out of any sort of cruelty or...
I'm aware of the
callousness.
facts. I'm saying, given all the work we're doing for this force, the least we could do is spare, what? One of your fancy portals to rescue 12 people? Or is that too much to ask?
No, hang on. I kind of have to agree with Lyra here. We should do some sort of humanitarian aid in the meantime, just to let Glitter Peak know we're on their side at the very least.
I'm not talking about humanitarian aid. I'm talking about making sure my family doesn't get evaporated by an Imperial mage.
Well, that's what I mean, Lyra. I'm on your side today.
Oh, today.
You know what I mean.
Jada and Isildur stand up, and they say, Isildur first says, if I can interject here. You're all going to be busy shortly going into Willowen. It might be best for you to not divert your attention. I volunteer to go in your stead for this rescue mission. Jada says also, well, I was going to say as much before the little twerp interrupted me, but yes, I may as well do something while I'm here. The two of us can rescue 12 people, no problem.
Thanks, Jada.
Well, don't go thanking me yet until the job's actually done. Yeah, and Isildur...
I have no doubt your two's mission will be successful.
Yeah, I trust Isildur. He looks like a stand-up guy. Not any.
He certainly doesn't look like anyone that I knew.
Yeah, he's not like a lunatic or anything.
He quite literally does.
Lunatic.
Actually look like someone you know.
Ba-dum. Actually, Isildur, have we
Still so creepy.
met before, Isildur? You look oddly familiar.
You know, now you mention it.
Like, I can't put my finger on it, but like...
Oh boy, Sheen Schrift. That means I get to change the music.
Like, were you like at the Apollon Academy or something?
No, well, are you blind? He looks exactly like Claudius.
No, he wouldn't look like Claudius.
Yeah, no.
Wait, hang on. Have I got NPCs mixed up? Sorry.
Yeah, Isildur, yeah.
Well, because Claudius was in Khalid's body.
Yes, his original.
Oh, right, yeah, sorry.
True.
True,
He
yeah.
was a completely different ethnicity, I believe.
Noel just
Yeah,
sees his soul.
Gaius has soul sight, is the thing.
Oh, whoops. Oh.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah. That, Isildur is taken aback as the attention goes on him with that, though. As he says, well, the truth be told is, if I knew you, I don't know myself. Gaius is a friend of mine, but I fear he's been hiding knowledge he knows of me that I do not.
Gaius looks taken aback because he had he thought he was being the slickest motherfucker, keeping that on the down low. Like he had no clue that Isildur suspected.
You traveled for 5 years together. He caught on eventually.
I mean, yeah, no, but Gaius thought it was fine. So he's like a bit taper. Huh? What? No.
What are you talking about? No way.
I, for one, don't recognize him at all, so...
I mean, I guess my eyes are a little different because I have, like, you know...
Pirate eyes?
Literal... No, it's literally Annie Patch's beast ball. I guess, like, him and me are, like, a little, you know, combined, and, like, I see some weird shit, I guess.
Sure.
I've seen passing visions of a life before this, and I've seen you all in it, and I know in my heart I've caused pain to you all time and again, and I only wish that I knew, so that there could be some understanding, some peace forged between that life and yours now. At least
A lot of people have caused us pain. It could be anyone.
You haven't done anything to us.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, yeah, guy's gonna like go over and put a hand on his shoulder and echoing Bryn's words. Say
You know what?
whatever
He's that
visions you saw, it
canteen.
wasn't.
He's that lunch lady who always gave her small portions and died of a heart attack.
That must be it.
Yeah, that must be it.
I understand that you may forgive me for being born of innocence, but I still feel that pain nonetheless. I still feel that unfulfillment. And
anything we can do to help?
if I knew, I would ask, but I journey to understand a person who is a shadow to me. And I've seen no answers in my short life so far.
Well,
that must be hard.
you can't determine yourself from your past. It's more of a who you are now sort of thing. If you have like a history with us, chances are we caused you some pain too. So we're not free from sin ourselves, but you move on and you grow from this and you learn.
Yeah, I never wanted that extra rice anyway.
We caused you some pain, probably. Flash cut to all of us collectively impaling fucking Claudius with a giant sword.
Yeah, we killed you and then called you a jobber.
I mean, if I don't know, maybe you're like a random Apollon soldier we kind of axed out, then yeah. Sorry about that, but well, hey, look, nobody's free from sin, alright? That escaped, we all had a couple bodies.
I didn't.
Yeah, I think you were the only person actually killing people.
Oh my actual god. Okay, look.
Did I not waste some guards?
You did too. It was the two of you.
Okay, look. What I'm saying is,
are you judging us, Bryn? Are we being judged here?
No.
What I'm saying is, you seem more cognizant of your problems now, which is an amazing thing, honestly. So, you are on the first step of recovery, and acceptance of your problems is good. Whatever we might have done, or I might have done, we apologize. See? And everybody's...
Also, for some reason, Noel, I can't help but think you're a massive liar. I don't know why.
I'm getting forest nurse.
Damn it!
What is this? There's two words sticking in my mind that I think might be the key to all this.
I keep hearing the word Kentucky. What the fuck is Kentucky?
For some reason, I think you're a wizard. Yeah, anyway,
That clearly can't be the case.
to get back onto the topic at hand.
Yes, please.
Did I explain what's going on in Willowend to you all?
We've heard the briefest of reports. We understand that it's in turmoil. We understand that there's some sort of experimentation going on that you exposed, and that the previous viceroy was captured and brought into our custody.
Indeed.
If there's anything further, please do illuminate us.
Specifically, the experiments were in animating corpses. Through technology.
Disgusting.
A grim subject, but I imagine they must have gotten the idea from Gilded, finding some sort of manner to combat their undead hordes with forces of their own.
Likely. They also had some... They had found a specimen of the entities that arrived on Horizon from some other plane.
Yeah.
You mean the same entities as Starspawn?
Yes.
Right.
Indeed.
Are we able to get him a different name?
What does it matter? It comes from the stars. What else do you want us to call it?
I mean,
I don't know. I'm just saying, it seems kind of rude.
I mean, I've tried to like understand his real name, but it just came out as.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
How
kind of
did
hard
you
to.
even make that noise?
Oh yeah, no, I know a little bit of Star language. Noel kind of just opens his mouth really wide and just.
Hey, no, please don't. Oh god.
You know that means but yeah, Noel's like, well, I don't know. It's hard to like name somebody. So I guess he's just Starspawn until I find something better.
I guess. Just.
Regardless.
I mean, they never took any issue with being called Starspawn, did they?
How would we know if he has an issue? If they have an issue with something?
That's a fair point.
I mean, you've seen it. If it was annoyed in some form, I'm sure it would let us know.
I guess.
Anyway,
back to Willowheim. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. Isolde, do you remember your old past life's name?
No,
That's okay.
I remember walking
Gottfried.
too soon.
Too soon, sorry.
My name was Oleon. I came from a space portal.
I remember walking in verdant fields, looking up and seeing horizon. I remember seeing another moon to the side of us. I remember losing everything in a conflagration. In instants, everything I had was gone. And I remember a loneliness for the longest time.
Noel's...
I was gonna say, Gaius is just trying to catch Noel's gaze and just, like, non-verbally be like, not a word.
like Noel's gonna like non-verbally like look at him like, you know?
Yeah, Bryn's also giving Noel the same look.
Noel's gonna be like, you know too!
I was a hero to many, but it never replaced what I lost. And I wandered. And I wandered, and I sought a home to replace the one I had lost. And I never found it.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, it all just ended. And then I was again. And here I wander still.
Noel's literally lost her word. He wants to be incredibly helpful. At the same time, he knows it's fucking Claudia. So, he just... Yeah. You figure out your life there, friend. Willowheim. Willowheim is a calling card name. So
Willowen.
Willowem, I'm sorry. Willowem is a calling card name, so I hate to break up this touchy-feely moment, but we have to go. Ow.
Of course. Jada and I have our own mission to attend to. We'll get ready and be gone post-haste.
And as
flavor to you.
As flavor for this text, Noel kind of like leaves, and you see him like grip his blade extremely tightly. Just like as he leaves, like he's almost shaking with anger.
What's up with him?
Yeah. Jada will just make sure to get a description from you about your family so they know who they're getting out. Lyra.
The fishy guy with the shitload of kids that look like me.
Okay, well,
do they all look like Lyra?
I mean, they're all Gen-Ats.
They're all vaguely fishy and watery, though.
Damn, I
Yeah.
hate when my family is creepy and wet.
They are pretty creepy and wet. Not gonna lie.
Go to Glitter Peak. It's wet. My face wet.
Oh my god!
Well,
I don't think I don't think I'm dead.
Listen,
God,
your
the
two-
choice
your
between
two
Willowen
level options
and
are creepy and wet.
Yeah, God.
Your Mega Man level select is creepy or wet.
Man, you're right.
Yeah, I mean, Jada is just gonna look at you like you're being a smart ass to her and just ask you to write the names down.
Sure.
Yeah.
There's Dyra, Gyra, Syra.
Smyra, Zyra, Byra.
Lyra.
And
Oh,
Kevin.
you don't want Naira. Naira's an asshole.
And Kevin.
We don't talk about Kevin.
We don't talk about Kevin.
James
My
Corden, no.
father name's Harity.
I swear to fucking God. I swear to fucking God.
Yeah, my father, Harity Hitler Claudius Jones.
Named after the bravest man I ever knew.
Yeah.
Jonesy!
Jonesy Fortnite? No, like
Shoulder
Fortnite.
and Jada go off to prepare.
Whee!
Oh, hey Gaius.
Wait, can we?
Yeah, I was gonna say, if fucking Noel's walking off, Guy's gonna walk after him.
Yeah, hey, Gaius, could you help me like move some boxes? I wanted to make a meal before we get out.
I just want to make these
Oh, sure
boxes full of stuff and things.
Wait. Question: Did we? So we just arrived at the camp, right?
Yeah.
We gonna head out already? Can we not take a?
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna make a meal first. We're gonna just, warm our feet by the fire, then we head out probably in the morning, given the trip. Cause
Cool.
where's the Glen again? Where's it located?
In a demi-plane.
Demi-plane.
Okay, yeah, no, never mind. Yeah,
not technically anywhere.
yeah, so we can just head out whenever. I just wanted to give you guys something to eat for. That's why I need guys to. That's why I need guys to help me move a couple. Just spices and stuff. Something I can't lift.
I mean, we've all seen Atalanta, Noel. I'm sure you'll manage.
No, guys, I need you to help me with the boxes.
I mean, he's saying that as he's coming over to help.
Yeah. So once you're out of earshot, Noel's gonna like cast Mage Hand to like bring Gaius down to his level and go, "What the fuck, Gaius?"
I don't know.
I'm just being a rascal.
Hey,
You're taking.
It's my birthday.
Gaius is going to use his astral hands to lift Noel up and put him on some boxes so he can stand up and be eye line with him.
Oh, you asshole.
And just be like, whatever do you mean, Noel?
You know that's that's Claudius, motherfucker. Don't play coy.
Am I a mirage?
Ooh.
I'll make you fucking meet him. Give me a straight answer.
Answer my question first. Am I mirage?
Noel rolls his eyes. No, you're not.
And Isilda isn't Claudius.
I guess, but still, I don't think anybody else figured it out. So
That's when Brian walks up and says, "I figured it out."
no, yeah,
I only-
Noel. Well, except for Noel, like doesn't addendum. Except for Bryn. I don't think Harriet and Lyra figured it out. But
Yeah, how would they figure it out, right?
Yeah, I'm stupid.
Was Isildur talking just Noel when he said he was from like a moon?
No, he said it to everybody. He said it for
Oh,
everybody.
okay, right, yeah. Okay, yeah, then I guess, yeah, Harriet would kind of realize.
It's like, wait a second.
I don't think
moon
anybody
people.
figured it out. Even though it was blatantly obvious.
Mm.
Those silly women with their women brains.
God. God.
Dumb fucking women. Being women, having periods and stuff.
Ugh, gross.
Ew, women. Ugh. I just.
Look,
Guys,
I'm
looking, guys.
Yeah, okay. Claudius's sins are not his. Just treat him as the person he is, not that he was. All right.
You know, guys, in my line of work in 5 years, one thing. People
One
don't change.
Piece. This.
You said that fucking thing. I didn't say that. You made the One Piece reference. I didn't fucking do that.
Your Honor, One Piece.
Guilty.
Your Honor, I'd like the record to show. Sorry. What was that? He finished off.
In my line of work, I learned one. People don't change. If he's formerly Claudius, past Claudius Light, a little bit of lemon, it doesn't fucking matter. He's Claudius.
Small twist of lemon, you say?
Well, again, if he's Claudius, then I'm Mirage.
Aren't you literally the second coming of Mirage?
Okay.
You know what he means. Fuck off.
I'm just saying, God. I'm just saying.
Yeah, and God hates you. Why do you think he made you so short?
In all things, no matter how much things change, they stay the same.
Well, look. If I had noticed anything in the past 5 years of Wandering Horizon with them that would lead me to believe that was the case, I would agree with you, but I haven't. Isildur's his own person. A good person. Don't let the pain that Claudius caused us cause you. Let you not see that. Hell, would Claudius volunteer to go to Glitter Peak to rescue someone's family?
A smart man would hide his tracks, but I guess I see what you mean. I don't trust him, but I trust you. How Noel starts walking off, kind of loosening the grip on this sword. However, then he just like does that anime thing of like not fully turning around, but side says, however, if he turns out to be evil, I'm chopping off his fucking head. I mean, we're gonna have a stern talking to.
Well, I suppose that makes us even. I never did rescind that threat on Starspawn's life, did I?
Noel!
Jesus.
Noel looks around and smiles a little bit like, don't tell me, guys. I like you. I don't want to hurt
And that's
you.
when the Lord of Roses stops by and says, "Hey guys, how's forging those bonds and making sure we're not going to have any infighting?"
Guys, you wouldn't beat me. I love you like a brother. That's why don't fucking tempt me.
Can I put on the Jetstream Sam music? You guys gonna fight?
Oh my god, can you guys smell the testosterone over there from the dick waving contest? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's a dick measuring contest.
I'm just saying, Noel, it wouldn't be the first time someone's prejudices have turned out to be for the wrong reasons.
What are you referring to? What are you?
Literally him with Starspawn.
Okay, yeah. I'm just saying. Touch Starspawn and I'm gonna need a third resurrection.
Damn, pretty cool line.
Well,
No,
Touch
no,
your shoulder
no,
and-
you're not getting. No, Noel's getting the ending line. Noel's getting ending line. No. Noel's leaving. Noel's gone.
Noel's quickly running off. He's running off out of earshot, so we can't hear Guys' comeback.
No, guys is running off after Noel for the final line.
Yeah, it's like Noel, wait, come back! Got a really cool. You gotta hear it.
It's a really cool one-liner. Shut up.
Unfortunately, Noel only has like a 25-foot movement speed, and Gaius is at what, 45
True.
now?
Yeah, something like that. He's just,
Oh, no.
he just keeps up with him with a brisk walk.
Missy step. Goodbye.
They're just
Goodbye.
sprinting around the fucking fort.
Lyra's just watching this like, what the fuck are they doing?
Yeah, it's that fucking Bleach gif of those two guys teleporting.
Yeah, God.
Yeah.
I guess they just can't find the ingredients they're looking for.
What the fuck?
Hey.
Take that.
Right, well, I'm gonna go over to the Lord of Roses.
Sure. Yeah, he's just moving some stuff around as he notices your approach, and he stops and says, "Oh,
He's moving.
Bryn." He gives you a short little bow and says, "What can I do for you?"
You are some manner of wizard, correct?
I know much of the arcane. Yes, I
watched all 3 seasons.
Truth be told,
You know, because I'm from the future.
Truth be told, I don't exactly fit into any one easy category, but that's besides the point.
I'm just gonna hold up my spell book. I was just wondering if you had any rituals you could teach me.
Oh, do you have any you care to know?
There's a limit to what I'm able to cast, but really any sort of utility would be beneficial.
I'll teach you what is most fitting then. And this is where Salt the GM says, name spells, I guess, then.
I mean, I can learn literally, let me double check the...
Why are you called Bryn the Ignition now?
Because I changed my...
Because it's my cool name.
Yeah. That's also,
Fair enough.
like, basically what her name was before.
Fair enough.
Because her cognomen was...
Ignatius, yeah.
Ignatia.
Dude, just say Vash the Stampede.
More like Brash the Stampede with how dumb you guys are.
I should finish Trigun.
I mean, Quad Gun was better.
I get it.
Yeah.
It's a funny joke.
I comedically escalated things.
No higher than
What about-
level rounded up. So I can learn any wizard ritual spell that is up to 5th level.
How?
Well, you'll figure it out between now and next session, I guess.
Yeah.
We'll cut ahead from from you learning the spell while you're like in the middle of transcribing, and the Lord of Roses has like notes splayed out with you that he's handing you. As you're doing so, he says, you know, I don't think I ever actually got to ask you something that I did end up asking Gaius and Lyra.
Yes?
What's your favorite thing about Horizon? The world, I mean.
Hmm.
See,
I don't remember that at all.
I don't think he asked Noel either.
Well, a bunch of you guys left immediately. You didn't get a chance. Anyways,
What did Lyra say?
I don't fucking remember.
Okay.
I remember he asked.
I assume you did because you brought
If
up...
neither the DM remembers nor the person that was involved, did it really happen?
Whatever. Anyways, he says, the reason I ask is, well, not to bog you down in grim details, but I come from a world quite dead and choked with verdant dream, and everything I know about Horizon, up from when I arrived up to the current situation, all before that was in books, whether historical or fictional books made by people on Horizon. Everything I've heard is secondhand. I've not learned much about the joys of the world rather than the woes, as it were.
I think it's the people.
Damn it!
You know, Guy said the same thing.
Yeah, he would.
It's a good answer, though.
Everyone's got their own story that's worth telling.
Indeed. It's funny. I read many a novel where the author posited that the root of all men is selfishness and evil. This isn't the exact quote, but someone said something to the effect of, as long as there are two people on the world, someone will, have malice and vice towards the other. But I don't think that's the case. I mean, we are small. We are facing odds much greater than ourselves, and yet, for good or ill, everybody here is fighting for the just cause. I think that speaks something to the mortal spirit and its inherent goodness.
It's a good game.
Sorry, I merely wish to have my moments with you when I can. You and yours.
Do you know how far into the future you're from compared to us? How many years?
Well,
About 7.
I was born after the Empire was defeated. I came from a world where you all had succeeded in that but failed to stop the dream. So, it would be roughly 15 years after the fall of the Empire. Wait. You asked when he came from specifically, or when he was born?
When he came from.
Yeah, Okay, sorry. He was born 15 years after the Empire fell, and then the Dream took over. He was the sole survivor, and he's been alone for a long-ass time, like hundreds of years. So, that's still the answer he would give, because that's, like, when civilization fell. But he then adds on, says, and then hundreds of years came to pass afterwards before I had a means of, well, coming here.
I'm sorry.
I have a confession to make, which I admit I should probably make with all of you, but I imagine you can tell everyone once you're out in Willow. When I first met all of you, I told you that it was a trick of fate that I came here.
Yes?
It wasn't. When you fought Claudius, he had a stone with him that he said could change reality itself, yes?
The Apollocyte.
And he wanted to amass enough of it to turn back the clock on all of Horizon, to change reality and bring the Lunarians back. Doing such a thing, you would probably need as much Apollocyte as there is grains of sand, as there is Earth on Horizon. You would need a planet full of it. But that's when you're dealing with an entire population and planet. One person is different. I wandered a very long time in those hundreds of years, and by happenstance, I came across much Apollocyte. More than you'd probably find now in the current age, but with it, if I couldn't save my world, I'd at least avert that fate for someone else. So I sent myself back to the fulcrum, to the point where things tip from one point of the scale to the other. I keep it a secret because I don't want any of you to get any ideas about trying to repeat my trick. I don't think there's enough apollicite for the fact, and even if there was, for all the great power that it has, I know there has to be some cost that we're unaware of.
Probably. Nothing in this life is free, but...
That's all. Well, these notes look fine enough to me. Your spellbook should be set and ready to go. Please, anything to aid you on your journey is, well, it's no labor at all.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get up and stretch and do it. Well, I assume Noel will be done cooking by now.
Indeed. You all should take the luxury of rest while you can.
Yeah, I'm gonna head out.
He nods. Okay, did any of you silly billies want to do anything else?
Well, if everyone else is doing stuff, what's Harry up to?
Wait, who? Harriet?
Yeah.
I don't know. Waiting for food, I guess.
I will go and sit by Harriet. I think they've ever actually probably hung out.
Yeah. Harriet's not one for hanging
Fair.
out.
So, what'd you get up to in your year abroad? 5 years abroad.
Well, nothing too interesting. We went back and saw our friends in the clouds. Helped them out, assured some supplies from them.
That's cool.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm not good at this small talk.
Talk big.
We can have deep talk if you want.
Oh really? What
Yeah,
have you
how's things going with Marcus?
I'm not. I'm stopping this line of questioning.
How's your sex life?
That's not what she asked.
Good
I know,
story,
it's a
Mark.
joke. It's a joke.
Oh, come on, I'm not... Don't give me anything bloody private, I'm just wondering.
We are together. I'll tell you that much.
Gay.
The
Uh-huh.
opposite, actually.
No, it's pretty. If you're in a heterosexual relationship, gay.
True.
Yeah, like half the party's gay.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Well, that's cool.
I see you made some friends in your years abroad. As she gestures towards the quite out of place drow, I would say.
Yeah, she was my warden for a while. But, yeah, we know pretty well.
Let's hope she still is, hey?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, it's weird being back here.
Tell me about it.
I have also... No, you first.
Oh. I just want nothing more than to wash my hands of this situation. You know,
Yeah.
take down the Empire, kill who we need to kill. But then
What are you gonna do after?
Well, Marcus and I had been doing some talking. Nothing set in stone though.
It's cool. It's good to have plans and goals and stuff.
Yeah. It's easy to lose sight of the future in these times.
Yeah. I don't know, I try not to think about it. But it's just me.
I feel the same way. Just focus at the task at hand.
Yeah. I don't know. It's like I got back here, but everyone's still. I don't know. I just seem to be pissed. I just seem to be pissing everyone off.
Well, it seems the bickering in the group hasn't changed, which I'd probably be concerned if it did.
Well, yeah, but no. Everyone still treats me like I'm a whiny little bitch or something.
That must be hard. It's a shame you have to prove yourself to these people.
No, I don't want to prove myself to them. I just want to. I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Well, it kind of does.
I mean, what's my emotional issues next to the destiny of the reborn savior, or, you know, revenge for a genocide, or being the pirate captain king? What is his deal?
You raised some good questions.
You just look over at Noel and there's a fate. Yeah, on the wind.
I'm gonna be king of the pirates. Case of Oni. I fucked it up.
Does he seem stretchier than usual?
It seems like he's made of rubber.
How did that happen?
Yeah. I don't know. Since everyone's got this big destiny or whatever.
Yeah, I know what you mean. At least for me, I don't need some big preordained destiny or crew of ragtag pirates. I have my goals and I'm here to kick them.
I guess.
And I'd say you're the same, Lyra. You know, either of us don't need to be one of a kind special. We just need to do what we have to do. At least for now, anyway.
You ever worry they're just going to leave us behind?
Probably. She says with a very stone-cold face. But in that case, Lyra, feel free to join us on our airship anytime.
Thanks, Harriet.
She gives like a very soft smile.
Why the fuck's Noel with his food?
Yeah, you see like Noel like basically just like running across the. He's basically doing Overcooked by himself. Just, oh shit! Because he has like very limited space. He makes lobster thermin for everybody.
Oh,
Bro. Just like from Lego Batman.
Yeah, that's literally where I got the idea.
Man, such a fucking good show.
It was really
Film.
Great.
nice. Yeah, if it's alright, Gaius is gonna try and track down Aldrich.
It's Ulrich, but okay.
Ulrich, yeah.
Yeah, that's him.
Good old Eldritch.
Shut up. That's not the reason I missaid his name at all. Shut up.
Eldritch Abomination.
Yep, he is around. Not with anybody because he doesn't like you guys very much right now.
He's an edgy boy.
I mean, is it edgy?
I just want to kill and murder. Yes, absolutely.
I should have rip and tear, and these bitches won't let me.
Oh, I just want to cause a mass genocide. Oh,
Boo-hoo.
please, just a little bit. I've been a good boy.
I mean, he's not begging it for you. He ain't gonna beg. Anyways, yeah, guys.
If you say some shit to, like, hey, I want to go Sarson through, I'm gonna leave this.
He's very funny, though.
He's so protective of his baby.
Literally! It's his only family right now! Well, except for Atalanta, and, like, shit. Like...
What about the heels?
Okay, they're, like...
Irritating co-workers.
Distinctly
No!
Yeah,
no,
they're
I mean,
family
like,
co-workers.
Noah is, like, literally protecting Starspawn with his life, alright? He's really used to, like, protecting little kids, and, like, his worst fear is, like, losing his family. He's gonna chop your fucking head off if you try to hurt the family.
Okay, cool. Gaius.
Yes, sorry. Yeah, no, I was just letting that play out. Yeah, no. Because I presume he's just brooding alone with his, like, back to everyone, so Gaius will, like, walk up and, like, sort of clear his throat to announce his presence. Because Ulrich seems like the sort of guy that if Gaius tapped him on the shoulder, he's liable to get his head fucking chopped off.
Yeah, you go and do that, and he doesn't reply. He just turns his head in your direction, expecting you to speak up.
Yeah. Look, I'm sure you already heard this from Bryn, but your plan, your goal with the Empire to, well, stop me if I'm wrong, but to tear it out root and stem. Yes?
As I said, yes. I already know what you're going to say. You're going to say, it's monstrous. It's a horrible way about going about things. We can't be like them. All these things I've heard before and more.
Look, there is a part of me that, well, agrees with you to a degree. The people that have led the Empire down this path are themselves monsters and deserve everything that's coming to them. But
I'm not understanding. How do you think the people who lead the Empire got there? They used to be just people following orders. Then the person leading them keeled over and they got promoted. And then the people who follow them, who are just following orders, they succeed them. It's all a process. It's all dominoes. It's all seeds that grow into more weeds that have to be cut.
But those seeds need water, and that water is the evil that the Empire was doing. We cut that out. We show people there's a better way.
Have you ever considered what they're going to do to you with the Empire after you beat them in this war? You really think they're just going to lay down their arms and humbly accept you and say, "Oh, sorry, Lord. We didn't realize we were being monsters to all of Horizon. We'll do better about that next time." They're going to hold fast to the beliefs. They're going to tell you and yours that your monsters, your heretics, are destroying their way of life. They'll reject you at every turn. Will you be so kind to them then?
Yes.
How are you going to make them see the error of their ways? Where they see no sin.
Then I'll do my best to show them that, well, quite simply that. No, let me word that another way. This thinking they have, it comes down to a lack of knowledge. Growing up in the Empire, you don't think about, what's going on in Willowen or Hearthwood or Gilded or whatever. You don't question the wealth that the suffering of others has granted the people of the Empire. Teaching people, showing them truly what the Apollon Empire means to people outside of the Apollon Empire. For as much as, yes, we will have to win a military victory, that's how we win the people, I feel.
You think ignorance is the only reason the Apollons act the way they are? It's not ignorance. In fact, they've been born and bred with the idea that their way of life is superior to everybody else's. Damn them and damn the consequences.
Yes, and that's teaching that's built on a lie. Reveal the lie. Yes, people will... they won't be happy to find out the truth, but once it's out there...
You have pretty little thoughts for the future. But you need to know that people aren't logical beings like that. They're emotional. They're very set in their ways. He just
Is that so?
I know what you can say. Look.
I don't think I have to say it if you're acknowledging it yourself.
Doesn't matter. I'm going on your ship and I'm going to Willowen with you.
We'll be happy to have your assistance.
Indeed. Not to mention I'm gonna put this fucking sword through the head of that goddamn viceroy.
I have no doubt about that.
Yeah, he just gets off of back supporting the wall and walks away at that. He does not want to debate more philosophy with you, it seems.
Yeah, no, I fucking gathered that. Man, Bryn, your boyfriend's a fucking edgelord. No, he doesn't say that.
This guy's a little baby. Little baby boy.
Little baby man. Little baby man.
Little stink boy. Little stink
Wow,
man.
baby man.
Boy.
With your Pollens are evil, I'm gonna kill them all.
Can I have a scene? Very, very small.
With who?
No scenes. No scenes for Noel.
No more shades.
Noel scenes.
Yeah.
No scenes for you.
Scenes for L.
So Noel's gonna go to the Morgana's tent with a pot of lobster thermin for as a excuse me, ma'am. If I thought it would be pertinent for you and Chenron to eat first, seeing how you were indebted to you at the moment.
Yeah, Morgana will take things to go. Well, at least one of you understands reverence for your elders. If she just drinks it, she doesn't really like give you any compliment or whatever, but she seems pleased with what she's having. As Chanarong, he takes it graciously from you. He because he's like a foot tall, so he just kind of hops up and takes it from your hands. This is like the rare instance where you have somebody shorter than you around.
Wait, no, I'm sorry. I gotta post that fucking South Park clip.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, Noel's gonna like now that you're both kind of here, you two are incredibly wise and to almost extreme point, and then he's gonna take Starspawn out of his beast ball outside the tent. So
yeah.
Like,
no, he tears a hole in the roof.
No. Do you know anything about this race? I've tried to communicate ever so slightly.
Befitting their kind of elder, seen it all attitude, they both seem to have a very nonplussed reaction when they see Starspawn. Chanarong looks him over and he kind of strokes his chin and he says, well, maybe there's one time. No, never seen one in my entire life, sorry to tell you. Morgana looks it over and says, it's extraterrestrial in nature, is it not?
From what I can tell, yes. His home planet was destroyed by the dream. It knows a little. It's a hard time to learn its language, to speak back to it.
Well, you're not going to learn much you probably don't know already. I mean, we haven't even ventured beyond our own planet, unless there are some secret keepers that even I'm not aware of, but there have been scant reports of people traveling to other planes, as well as a few other things. An expedition roughly 100 years ago that involved several transportation-style planes.
Salt, Maulmind! Fucking Maulmind! And Noel pulls out a piece of paper and, well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. So, Noel...
yeah, she pulls out a pair of reading glasses and says, what do we have here?
So Noel's actually does some research on interplanetary travel. It's very preliminary stuff of, like, basically using the same schematics of, like, the tower. What he's heard from, like, his dad, Klaus, about Allianz trip from space back. I was really thinking about, 100 years ago, actually, my great grandfather, Allianz Morthel, traveled through the astral plane. For what I know, the only astral trip that actually made it back. I was wondering if it was possible for... how should I put this?
You want to know if you can go and find him?
Yes. More than anything, ma'am.
Well, the issue with that is that, much like finding a destination at sea, one needs a map and a navigator. The issue with interplanar travel is we don't know the location of many of these other planes, let alone how directionally to steer. Now, if you had some sort of vessel or spell to deal with that for you, then there's a chance. But no such vessel exists as we know it on Horizon so far.
Well, Noel's kind of embarrassed in this picture. It's like a very poorly drawn schematic of what we know as a spelljammer. So
like a kid's drawing.
It's like basically stick figures and like Noel, like with a thumbs up, corner in the sun in this corner type beat. Well, I'm not a very accomplished
Is this supposed to be you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, she looks from the drawing back to you and goes, "All right."
Well, look, I'm not an artist, okay, but like I've done the actual research for.
I wasn't saying anything.
I've done the research. It's feasibly possible for interplanetary and interdimensional travel, but boy, oh boy, it's hard. It's difficult work. If I don't know if I could use like the Apollo-site or something to line the ship. It could like counterbalance the magical ways and interplanetary travel, but
she puts the paper down, and despite her general coldness and cantankerous nature, she puts a surprisingly gentle hand on your shoulder as she says, "Listen, young one. There is no shame in wishing to go into uncharted territory and to learn that which is unknown. But let it not cloud your thoughts. We do have a mission here, much as I think it's a fool's errand."
Yes, of course, and Noel like rolls his stuff up. It was just a side project. I was just wondering if it was feasible with your wisdom.
Well, truth be told, the expedition I spoke of never returned, and they would have the foremost knowledge of the subject. With them gone, I'm afraid you are steering up a creek without a paddle, a map, or companions. Possible? Perhaps, but not easy nor advisable. I'm sorry I cannot guide you further.
Well, this probably sounds weird to you, but I know my great-grandfather's still alive. He's somewhere in the astral plane looking for a port to dock. Call it intuition, call it a weird family trait, but Morphels don't give up.
That may be true. Still, if he does return, he won't be coming to any welcome party. He'll be smack dab in the middle of the Whisper Isles.
Oh. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. And Noel is oh, by the way, he puts a little lemon on the side of the lobster thermin. It kind of enhances the flavor. It really helps if you eat it with.
Well, good night, young man.
Good night.
Good luck on your journey.
Yeah, that's it.
Radical. Okay, any other wacky kids want to do anything, or shall we call it there?
No, I think we can cut off there.
Yeah, I think we have everything under control. I wanted to do that.
Unless anyone else in the party wants to address the fact that fucking Isildur is Claudius.
Clara's not smart enough to work it out.
Oh, bless her.
Well, I've got something that we can end on, I guess.
Yeah, baby, go for it.
While Bryn is busy, Ondine is going to fly around and blep in everyone's face.
Fuck, I've been blepped.
Yeah, there's a very comedic montage of Ondine doing that, and then
How
it
could you
ends.
do this to me?
As she goes to blep Gaius, Gaius manifests his No, I was gonna say as he manifests his astral wings and starts floating up, just to see how far she'll follow it.
Very far.
I see.
Yeah, it ends on her just sneaking up on Ulrich as he's sharpening his sword, and just he's just, and that's where we end.
Aww. All right.
All right, nice game, man.